Round 3 of the FIM European Superstock 600 Championship comes to you from the world-famous Imola circuit in northern Italy. Few circuits can get your heart pumping like this one. The circuit is steeped in history and will give these young riders their toughest test yet in the 2015 season. The first race of the weekend is just moments away. Italian riders in as wildcards for this weekend, but all eyes really on this front row. The class of the field are currently first, second and third on the grid. Caricasulo, number 64, in third, has yet to get a race win, but he's been on the podium. Away from the line we go, and it looked like a really good starting there from Toprak Razgatioglu. Federico Caricasulo from third, also got away well on the Honda. Now they all try and get themselves into this Tamburello chicane. A really good start there from Toprak Razgatioglu, and he does lead from Ruben Rinaldi, who's managed to get himself into second place, and that looks like Sterpe into third.
Oh, and somebody, that was Toprak running wide on the exit of Tamburello. That invites Rinaldi to dive up the inside and take the lead at Villeneuve then on the first lap. That was a mistake by Toprak which triggered that one.
Sterpe.
Here comes Toprak again. This is for the lead, and this is Piratella, and he does repay the favour. So Rinaldi drops to second. This is going to be tight down the hill to Acqua Minerale, and for now Toprak does just hold the edge, but they're really pushing him. And Caricasulo recovering by the looks of things then from a poor start. And another one running wide. Toprak again was that. Down the bottom of the hill it was.
Number 59 has crashed out, and that is Roman Fischer. Number 59 over at turn 3 into Tamburello. This is getting a bit serious here, and Nicky Tooley sits up Sterpe. It goes from 5th into 3rd as they head around Variante Alta. All sorts of different lines here around this Imola circuit. They've almost got to work with each other. They may not be teammates, they may be on different bikes, but they're going to have to work to get these guys. Toprak goes into the lead then into turn 2, on that finish line it's always been to number 54, and Tooley's gone down. Oh, and he was so lucky not to get collected there from Caricasulo. My heart was in my mouth there. He is
up then, certainly keeping the pressure, maintaining the pressure on Toprak. They can't allow the Turkish rider to disappear off into the distance. He is right with him as we come through to start the third lap. Yes, he's certainly there, 2 tenths between them. Bad this afternoon, perhaps because it's a little bit more windy now. Now here's Caricasulo. We saw him drop those places after the Tooley crash. He's now right up behind and battling for that third position. It's Sterpe. Caricasulo is challenging for third place. Here's your battle back at the front between Toprak and Rinaldi.
See, try and get the rest of the pack to close in. The only way that Toprak is going to lose this championship is if you get everyone else to get stuck in as well, and not just Rinaldi. Oh, they've done that! Oh, and that is such bad luck for Ruben Rinaldi on the exit there. Toprak got out of the saddle, and unfortunately Ruben Rinaldi had nowhere to go. He hit the back wheel of Toprak Razgatioglu, and he's gone down himself. Oh, and that is not... Oh, it's so bad. So much bad luck there for Rinaldi. You cannot believe it. If there was any rider that was going to crash there, it should have been Toprak. He did well to hold on to this, by the way. This was a very good save from Toprak.
Like for Toprak, and look what's happening. Another look over his shoulder. He's not feeling completely comfortable here. The lead is down to 7 tenths of a second. Caricasulo in second place now puts in the fastest lap of the race. Points between them, I say just 30 points. It's actually quite a lot when you bear in mind how short the season is. And again, look how slow Toprak is coming out of Acqua Minerale. They might even be side by side.
Oh, this Honda is slightly down on power compared to that Kawasaki.
The braking for the Variante Bassa chicane takes a lot more curb as well at the inside. You can see how many more of those hose pipes are being flicked back. And again, another huge look over the shoulder from Toprak,
who's slowing up a bit there mid-corner. Will Caricasulo have a look up the inside now as they go into Tosa? No, not this time, but he's closing and he's closing.
Caricasulo on the brakes.
Yeah, well, Toprak is just so late on the brakes, and he's really putting it on the line here. Caricasulo, you can just sense, wants to get the job done cleanly, and this could be the one. Toprak runs wide, and that has allowed Caricasulo finally through to lead this race. I don't think this one's done and dusted just yet, though, and Toprak is going to try and fight.
What will be the 7th of the 12 laps. This is half race distance, and this time it's Caricasulo with the look over the shoulder and a return of the favour from Toprak.
Yeah, and you can just see the major power difference there between the cars.
They're going to swap positions this time, or are they? No, again. Toprak so much later on the brakes.
Yeah, but he runs wide once more. Caricasulo's out of the saddle as well. Now they're properly side by side. Caricasulo would have probably been through cleaner had he not have done that, but he still leads here. But now comes back Toprak. Oh, it's so quick there to be going past. This is great stuff at the front of of the European Superstock 600 race. Toprak runs wide again, and up the inside goes Caricasulo. You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Fantastic move there from Caricasulo. The Italian wants this win.
You see Toprak looking over to the left as they came through Ravazza 2. It was like, hello, I didn't expect you to be diving up the inside. And next time then, it's Toprak with a better line through the Variante Bassa. This battle raging on and on. 2.7 seconds back to third place, and Toprak is aware that the pack will start closing if they start holding each other up. Your screen, so more drama going on inside the top five. Just 4 circulations then of this 3 mile Imola circuit to go, and this time Toprak just fainting to the inside.
53.94. Toprak Razgatlioglu has closed in about 6/10 there on Caricasulo. He goes across the line at 53.699, and it is a brand new lap record for Toprak.
Now we're coming up to the Variante Bassa. This might be a dress rehearsal.
I don't think Toprak is definitely not going to do anything into this final chicane. I think he'll wait. He's going to try and get some great drive now. He might just have enough drive to go past him into Tamburello. Here we go across the start-finish line, and that was a great lap again from Toprak as he tries to go up the inside. Oh, and they're almost touching, and Caricasulo manages to hold him off, and now Toprak looks to the outside.
My goodness, Toprak thought about the inside, but it was just getting too tight, and he had to roll off the throttle there and dive back to the outside line. We're coming up to the Villeneuve chicane. How much speed can Toprak carry around the outside line? He's not going to get through there.
No, Caricasulo's taking the tight lines now. He knows exactly what's going on here, and he knows that for the time being anyway, if he takes the tight lines, he can have it, but he's not going to be able to do anything about the speed there of Toprak, who uses the power of that Kazakh. He had the momentum, and he goes into the lead of the race once more. Buddy runs wide on the exit, and here comes Caricasulo again.
Superb stuff from Caricasulo. They touch as they go up the hill. This is the highest part of the track, and they're actually making contact. Now, that's not going to help Caricasulo. I was going to say, if he dived at the inside of Piratella, he would have lost a hatful of momentum down the hill to Aqua Minerale. It's been an emotional time this week for more reasons than one for Kenan Sofuoglu. Can his man here hold on? A bit of a wobble there for Caricasulo in second place. Now we know he needs to carry this. Whoa, a big moment again for Caricasulo and for Toprak, who triggered that one.
Yeah, Caricasulo now, they touch again, elbows out and again as they go into the Variante Alta. And Caricasulo, will he get the bike stopped? I don't know if he will, and he stands them both up. Unbelievable stuff here from the Honda and the Kawasaki riders. They both desperately want this win. Here they go then, now down the hill towards the Ravazza, and there's a part of Toprak's bike there that's up in the air, and he goes wide, Caricasulo goes wide and down! Oh no! And that could be it for the championship. Caricasulo, who's on for his first ever win, but he goes so wide into the Ravazza, and guess what, folks? Toprak is the last man standing again, and the Turkish rider creates history. No one has ever won 5 on the trot. They have now. Toprak Razgatlioglu does it here. He can finish for any points. Mercandelli, the wild card for the weekend, gets second place, and there's Caricasulo, the Pata Honda junior rider, and unfortunately Caricasulo there makes a slight error, but it was a fabulous race. How on earth does this young man do it? The 18-year-old just seems to wave off any challenges no matter what happens. Ruben Rinaldi was looking very strong earlier, then 55 points, so he can win this championship in Portimao depending on how the results go. We have 4 rounds left after this. Portimao June 6th, June the 20th in the 6th race in Superstock 600s. He's never completed a whole season. He's turned up as a wild card for a few Italian rounds here and there, and he's got himself a podium, a second place finish for him. And Andrea Tucci, by the way, number 44, did end up finish the rest of the season on a high. Now let's see this final lap. This is where Caricasulo took the tight line and Toprak had to go out wide. That wasn't too bad. That's just racing stuff. That's absolutely fine, but it's great close racing. And then here, good drive from Toprak on the Kawasaki meant that he was able to go up the inside into Tosa at turn 7. Caricasulo had to sit back, but then Toprak runs a bit wide on the exit. Caricasulo manages to get his Pata Honda up side by side. They touch there, then the elbows are out. They almost touch again, and then they touch again. Going down into Variante Alta, they both almost wipe each other out here. Caricasulo pretty much stops the bike mid-corner. Razgatlioglu did very well to avoid him, and then it's another drag race out of there downhill. Now, this is the point where Caricasulo is changing direction of his bike. He's backing it in, and he's going over to the... Well, there's not much grip on the outside there. He's just gone in too hot. That's just an error, unfortunately, and it's a shame because it was such a great race and was looking like being an absolutely magical climax.